Hello, my name is Al-Mosawi, and if you've ever struggled to commit to a healthy lifestyle, most likely it was because you were struggling with cravings. The important thing to note about cravings is that, or impulsivity in general, is that there is a very intense spike of desire, wanting to do something, and that desire quickly fades away. Typically, the impulse to eat something that we're craving only lasts around 5 minutes. And and you might be thinking, oh, that's not my experience. I have cravings all day. The impulsivity, the craving is actually 5 minutes and then it dips. 5 minutes and it dips, depending on what emotional state that you're in, what kind of stress you're dealing with, and so on. But if you think about the spike, you can deal with that craving by telling yourself that you can have whatever you want, but after the 5 minutes. And what ends up happening is that the intense craving subsides, it actually goes down, and then the whatever it is you wanted is no longer as appealing as it was 5 minutes ago. And I've applied this principle to great effect when I was doing a sugar challenge. Whenever I want to commit to a healthy lifestyle in general, I try to apply this principle, which I call the power of not now. You're not saying no to yourself. And whenever you say no to yourself, usually you evoke a rebellious side of you, a side of you that says, that's not fair. Why am I depriving myself? Why can other people have this, but I can't? And so on. This mental narrative talks you out of the healthy lifestyle because you've associated deprivation with health. But if you say to yourself, I can have it, it's okay for me to have whatever it is that I'm craving, just not now. With the sugar challenge, when I did it, I didn't say I'm giving up sugar completely. I said I'm giving up sugar for a month, and then I can have whatever it is that I want. And I actually, in within the month, I was committing to not having sugar every day because although I can have it after the month, but I don't want it to be a daily habit. So I started committing to a not now that is different to the not now of the sugar challenge. So after the sugar challenge, maybe I can have sugar every week. If you commit to something a bit more strict, like the bright line eating diet, which is no sugar forever, you may still be able to use this technique by saying, if I want it, I can have it, but I'll check in with myself after 5 minutes. And then usually the craving is going to subside, especially if you engage yourself with either an alternative or something else to distract you from the craving. But you're not clashing with your cravings by saying no to yourself. You're taking a gentler approach and postponing whatever bad behavior or whatever behavior that's not aligned with your goals. You're postponing it instead of butting heads with whatever craving that you're having. And if your cravings are intense for prolonged periods of time, you can still apply the principle, but saying to yourself, say for example, you're craving a piece of cake. You say to yourself, I'm not going to have it now. Let me check in with myself tomorrow. So it's a softer no, and this I found very effective because usually, like I said, the craving is a spike and then it dips. And like I've also said, if the craving is prolonged, most likely you are dealing with certain emotions that you're not able to make sense of, or the emotions are resorting to sources of comfort, and you're trying to resort to food as a source of comfort. And that can be intense, that can be a bit prolonged, it can last for a few hours. But if you postpone whatever behavior that is not in alignment with your goals, to after those hours, you will be able to make use of this principle, the power of not now, in order to manage the craving without intensifying it. Because whatever emotion, and cravings are rooted in some emotions, but whatever it is we're experiencing, if we reject it, or if we deny it, or if we push it away, usually that emotion intensifies. If you say to yourself, if you're getting worked up and you tell yourself, calm down, what usually happens? The anger, the rage, the frustration intensifies. Any emotion that you deny, you reject, you push away, tends to intensify because it does not feel like it's being validated, and then it grows louder to get its own message and its own needs acknowledged. Okay, so the principle is, give yourself a bit of a break, negotiate with the craving, and say, I know this is how you're feeling, but let's give it a minute, 5 minutes, whatever period of time. And the way I applied it effectively for a long period of time, and honestly, I don't know why I forgot about this. Maybe because of a house move, and I did go through a stressful few months, that I forgot that this technique was very effective in me staying healthy. So let's say, for example, after lunch, I'm craving a sweet. I don't go for the sweet immediately. I'd say, I'll have tea by itself, and then let me see how I feel. I'll have fruits, and then I'll see how I feel. And that usually means that the craving has subsided. It's not as intense as it used to be, and I did not butt heads with that intense craving. I'd love to know if you've tried something similar, or if you do try it out, let me know how it works, whether it's effective or not. I'd love to learn from your experiences. And if you did find this video useful, be sure to subscribe, and I have more videos on the way. See you soon.